What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm James and this is Clearwater Fishing. Hey, if you love fishing, you love learning about fishing, and you just have a general interest in anything about fishing, smash that subscribe button because that's what this channel is all about. Today, in particular, I'm going to be showing you guys how to use your unit here, your side imaging, maybe a little bit of down imaging, to find crappie and catch those crappie. Okay, so first things first, my Lowrance here is not connected to my front unit at all. So if you just have this unit where you're sitting at and you're searching for offshore structure, you're probably going to want a buoy. Without a buoy, it's going to be really hard to find that structure again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be scanning over some places that may have a few hard structures like wood, trees and that kind of thing. There's obviously one over there. We're going to actually look for a different one. Oh, and if you haven't really set up your unit, be sure to check out my video on how to set up your side imaging and down imaging. Really good tips there on how to do that. So make sure you check that out. But now let's scan around. Let's see if we can find a few trees that might have some crappie on them. Okay, so we're here just scanning. I think there's a couple trees in the area that I'm looking at. Obviously you can see all these fish. They're all suspended, not really located on anything, so there's not really any point in fishing on those. Looks like there's a tree here, a little brush pile with some fish in it. I'm gonna keep scanning, see if we can find something that's pretty reasonable. A little larger than that. Maybe that is plenty large. I don't know. Normally you could you can click on this guy, throw a waypoint on it, and then you can come back and look at it in a minute. Okay, see the bottom starting to get a little more hard here, getting a little harder returns, a little sharper returns. Looks like some structure there. That's some different looking structure. Ooh, there's a hard return right there, and looks like there's some fish on it as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a waypoint here. New waypoint. And I'm just going to hit save. It's going to be marked as number 2. Clear cursor. And now we can keep going. Now let's say I want to go back over that spot. We're going to go to a structure scan and a map. Alright, so now we got a map. And there's my waypoint right there that I want to go to. So we're going to change this menu, and we're going to make this just down scan first. Now I want to go over that piece of structure. So we're going to turn this boat around. We're going to go over that piece of structure. I have my buoy ready in case this waypoint actually has several fish on it or something. I'll throw the buoy out, and then I will turn around and get on my trolling motor and fish these fish. I have, you can see, there's where I'm at, and I have this long line, a tracker, so I can easily line up my boat where I'm going to go right over that structure. So you want to be careful driving over structure, because sometimes that structure is a little taller than you expect it to, and I have hit a treetop or two doing this, but this one I believe is well enough under the water that I shouldn't have any issues. Looks like there's a pole there, and here I am going over the structure, and there it is. Yeah, look at all the fish that are in this tree. This is definitely one worth fishing. So I'm going to throw my buoy out. When you throw your buoy, don't throw it right on top of your structure. Throw it a little past it so you don't have to worry about scaring all the fish out of the water, out of your tree. So I have my buoy thrown out. It is probably not exactly where I want it because I have my other hand tied up with the camera here. But I do have live scope, which is another method you can do to go back and find these trees and these things like this. But I have this buoy out, and we're gonna get set up and we're gonna get some crappie out of this tree. So there's my buoy. I got, oh, let's let's take care of my cord here. Let's stuff it in my pants. Yeah, and that worked out pretty good. Worked out really good. All right, so there's my buoy. I know it is on this side of the structure that I marked on my graph. So once I find this piece of structure, I'm definitely going to mark it on my front graph so it's easy to find once again. And once you find this structure and you have it marked on your graph, you don't have to use the buoy anymore if you don't want to. So you can always be able to find it on your front graph if you have one. If you don't, hey, there's nothing wrong with using a buoy. I just have a little crappie jig. I don't even know if it's probably a good color today. It is a darker color. So I'm going by my buoy, and I am using my live scope just to help myself out here. And looks like there's the fish. So I can press my spot lock button here, and I'm going to cast out to these guys. I don't know if they're going to hit something casting or not. They may not. And if they don't, I'll try to vertical jig these guys. I don't know. So typically your buoy would be a lot closer to the structure than when I have mine. I had two hands that weren't free. I'm really having a hard time seeing my bait here. Got him. All right. We got us a crappie. A little guy, but we got one. We got us a crappie. Yeah, we did. Just a little guy. Real tiny guy. But I found a new tree, a new piece of structure on this lake that I can catch crappie out of. Now that I have this piece of structure, I can check it out any time of the year that I want to. It's all marked on my graphs. Summertime, this may be a hot spot. Wintertime, this may be a hot spot. There's no telling. No telling. So now it's up to me to figure out how to catch some of these guys. Got him. Oh, he's a little better. I thought he was. He's just another little guy. I see some, kind of larger marks there on the bottom. So I might scoot on up. Vertical jig some of these. See if I can get a little bigger one. Yeah, that's what I say about being careful. I don't know if you guys can see it, but right there is the top of that tree. Yeah, I'm hitting it. So these are the type of trees that will destroy your boat. Because, yeah, we're out here in the middle of this lake. Like, there's nothing to show me that there's supposed to be a tree right here. Let's see if we can catch us a couple more fish here. And normally, hey, I found this piece of structure, and once I caught a couple small guys off of it, I would pick out the bigger ones if I could find any. And if I can't find any bigger ones, I'd move on to another piece. All right, guys, so what I've done is hopefully showed you guys how to use your side imaging and down imaging along with a buoy on how to find structure and fish crappie off that structure. So be sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel for more helpful tips like this. But like always, until next time, get out there and go catch you some fish.